Hi, my name is Misa Ramirez and this is Books on the House. And today we have a very special video interview with author Marcia James. She is here to celebrate the release of her book, Sex and the Single Therapist. Welcome, Marcia.
Thank you. I appreciate being here.
Well, we're really excited to have you here, and I can't wait to hear more about Sex and the Single Therapist. You say in your letter to readers that you love R-rated romantic comedies. How did you get the idea for this particular book and the idea of a sex therapist or a single therapist?
I enjoy both reading romances and mysteries, and I really like cozy mysteries, but the problem is there's no sex in cozy mysteries. So I thought it would be fun to have a romantic mystery series that features an amateur sleuth who's also a sex therapist. So it's the Dr. Ali Skye series, and it's set in Las Vegas, where there's definitely a lot of legal and illegal sex crimes for her to solve.
Yeah, Las Vegas is a great setting. Have you been to Las Vegas?
We go every year. I love video poker, and my husband has a convention out there, so we go every May at least. Yeah.
So did you get a lot of your inspiration from the city itself and through observing people there?
I think the city's almost a character, along with the hero and heroine, because it's so surrealistic. I mean, when you have all the casino hotels and you have all the legalized prostitution, even though a lot of that's outside of the city limits, and you have just a totally different atmosphere. I mean, you have the heat, the desert, and all the craziness that is Vegas, and all the different tourists that come in, and then you also have all the people retiring there. So it's really a lot of different things going on, and it gives a lot of ideas for a long-running series for me.
And this is the first book in the series, is that correct?
Yes, and there's actually a hint to where the books, in all the titles, you can tell where the book falls. So this, Sex and the Single tells you it's the first. The second will be Death and the Double Entendre. The double is the second one. Third is Murder and the Menage a Trois, so that's the third one. So each of the titles will have a hint as to where it falls in the series.
Oh, that's very clever. I love that. Okay, so tell us a little bit about Dr. Ali Skye, who is a sex therapist.
She grew up in a commune, and she pretty much believes safe sex with any consenting adult is fine. She's very non-judgmental. So it makes her a very good sex therapist. And I used her snippets of her sex therapy sessions in the books, and they tie into the theme of each book.
And so what's the basic plot line of Sex and the Single Therapist?
What happens is one of the husbands of a patient is murdered. And the patient, even though she shouldn't have taken that patient because it's a friend of hers, and that's not really the thing that you should do, but she took on this patient, and now that woman, that friend of hers, is the prime suspect in the murder of her husband. So that's how she meets the hero. The hero wants all of her records from the sessions with the couple, and she won't turn it over. So that's how they first meet, and so she ends up solving the crime with like a group of her insider Vegas friends.
Okay, and the hero is a police officer, the detective on the
case. He's a homicide detective, but he's also a prude, which is a real problem because he doesn't really appreciate what she does for a living, and he's, I think, a little bit worried she might grade his performance in bed.
Yeah.
So that makes for a nice conflict there.
Yeah, and kind of ironic considering he lives in Las Vegas. It would be pretty tough to be a prude in Las Vegas, I would think.
Well, part of his backstory is that his ex-wife got arrested with a phone sex scam. And even though phone sex is legal, she was actually taking the credit cards and selling the credit card numbers. So she was actually arrested. So he doesn't have a very high opinion of anyone in what he considers the sex worker trade.
Oh, okay. And so is he based on just people that you've seen around Las Vegas, or just from your imagination?
Just my imagination, yeah.
Yeah.
It tends to look a lot like Hugh Jackman, though.
Oh, well, that's always a good image to have.
Yeah.
Well, anything else you'd like to share about your series or your new book before we sign off?
Well, I think that it's unusual because I think it will appeal to both cozy mystery readers and romance readers. And there's also graphic detail about the murders and the crime scenes and that sort of thing. In fact, I can't even watch CSI, but I really think that it's a fun series. I hope people will give it a shot.
Well, I'm sold. I can't wait to read it. I love cozy mysteries, yeah, as you probably know, and I think it sounds really fun. So I'm excited. Thanks for being here, Marcia.
Thank you.